Here's a question for you. If a guy steps out and cheats, would you end the relationship or would you just look the other way? If he was taking care of the family, the kids, the house, your car was, looked after, everything's in place, nothing changes, would you want to untie the knot or would you just look the other way and say, I can only do it so much, I'm only interested so much, let him do what he wants. Just don't embarrass me.
No, I would be done because for me the trust is like the trust to be broken. So like unless we could work on that issue,
But if it was overtly stated and you knew that he was doing it, then there's no trust to be broken because you understand that he's doing it.
Oh, I wouldn't be with someone that I knew was doing it.
Got it.
Yeah.
What about Angie and Mandy?
If I didn't know, then, or like if, how do I explain it? Like if, I don't know, why would, like I already knew he was cheating and then like I don't know, I don't feel like I'd agree to that, to having like an open relationship or like, but if I found out and I already had like a family and I had everything set, if it was just one time, like probably, but if it was like over and over and over and over again, yeah, I'd probably leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Angie?
It depends, I guess.
How common is it in your culture from your country?
Not at all. I mean, if the girl is like, and you can tell, like when a guy cheats, the wife is always that type. Like I don't know, it's like a certain.
So what would it depend on? Because it sounds like it's conditional.
Yeah, yeah, it is conditional. Everything in this world is conditional. I don't think. Anyway, I will talk about it with him in terms of like, okay, if let's say, I'm gonna ask him, are you gonna keep doing it? If he said yes, okay, cool. So, where is the happy medium? Like, I don't know. We'll just figure out something out. So no, I'm not gonna.
So it's not the end of the relationship. See, because I personally think, and I'll die on this hill, I think women are incredibly selfish. If a guy is provided for a family, chosen a wife, taking care of everything, the bills are looked after, she doesn't have to worry, the children are looked after, he does the family events. I think women are incredibly selfish and stupid for ending a marriage and leaving a guy thinking that the grass is greener somewhere else and destroying that family and separating the children from the parents, especially if they're small.
But it's not so much, sometimes it's not selfishness, but it's also valuing yourself, right? I value myself to be treated better because my dad's also like, told me that I deserve to be treated with respect, right? And if you're going to...
No, but he's still treating you. He's still treating you with respect. There's no woman that's going to come knocking on your door saying, Danica, I have your husband's baby. There's no him taking her on vacations and treating her like a wife or anything like that. There's no him taking her to the family restaurant where you guys go with the kids and one of your friends will take a picture
out of the bank account. None of that.
There's still the respect component that exists.
But well, it's existing to benefit him, right? Like it's not. I'm not getting
variety. It's just exercise. He's not falling in love with these women.
No, because he wouldn't feel the same way if I did it.
Well, it's different if you do it. Because when women do it, then there's an emotional attachment when they do it.
But there's some women, like, what I mean, that can have sexual encounters just on a whim and just have them without that sexual component.
No, that's actually not true because I knew the lawyer that set up Ashley Madison. I don't know if you're familiar with the brand.
Yeah.
So I knew the lawyer that worked in the legal team for Ashley Madison, and I learned that a lot of the stuff that they do, like a lot of the marketing and a lot of the holding out that they do to the public is pretty much all lies, right? Like there's no women on there that are just doing it and just going back to the husbands. And it's just, there's no emotional attachment. Most of the shit that you see on there is fake, and it's used to siphon money off of simps and dudes that think that they're going to get some side action. So
yeah, I'm not saying like these women don't think it would for sure affect their relationship more than it would like a male's, right? You said a guy could go do it, come home and be with his family and provide and continue like nothing happened, where women will change their behavior, right? Because it is the emotional aspect that way. But
yeah, they generally stop sleeping with their husband. They generally are more distant. They'll spend more time with their friends. They'll take weekends away and disappear.
Fights, all of that, right? They kind of just become everything that he wouldn't want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's...
You know what the stats are like for children from single mother households? Because 43% of households now are raising children as a single parent household. Do you know what they are?
I could speak as like a I have both my parents, but like I mostly just like am growing up. I was like taking my dad's side more, and I was just so speaking from like a
Sure.
child
do
from
you
a single father. I feel like it was better. Seeing that like my parents were happier separated, and you know, my mom wasn't like super around, but when she was good, and you know, my dad hustled his ass, and that was his choice, and you know, so I think it's good. I think it just depends on like the person entirely.
You were raised predominantly by your father, though, not your mother, right?
Yeah, mostly by
Because
my
that's the
father.
huge difference, right? The
Yeah.
vast majority of single parent households or single mother households, I think it's something like, I mean, north of 80%. I think it's like 1 in 5 single parent households are single fathers. And a lot of that has to do with the Western court system and the way family law is set up. But yeah, it's interesting that you say that. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
I covered some of the details in my book, but just off the top of my head, the vast majority of teenage gang activity, pregnancies, abortions, shitty grades, runaways, the vast majority of the incarcerated today come from single mother households. Women do an incredibly poor job of raising boys and girls to be men and women, which is why I think, anyway, if the guy's taking care of the household and he loves the family and he's just stepped out and it's nothing serious, it's nothing like an emotional attachment, these women are incredibly selfish and they're destroying families by doing stuff like this. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. What I'm saying is I think it's a real bad idea, and it hurts the children, and it hurts family, and it hurts the fabric of society over something that's really just exercise for 20 minutes. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.